Hi everyone, this is Shewly here. Today I'm going to talk about a book that I recently heard of. So I was listening to this podcast, a podcast about this book, How to Spend $1 Trillion. So this title of the book really attracted my attention. So I was like, interesting title, I want to know what this book's about and what the author talks about. So this gentleman, Rowan Harper, the author of this book, said, if a world can spend $1 trillion, so 10 global problems will be solved. I was like, that is so interesting. Why isn't the people in the world who are billionaires so rich and giving money to charities and other stuff around the world, why they don't spend $1 trillion and solving these 10 major world issues. uh, One of the issues in the podcast, they talk about education. So women educations, girls education. Apparently, there is 150 million children around the world don't have access to education. So and it's both boys and girls. However, he mentioned something very important about this point that really made me think deep, which is like, oh, if we just spend 1 trillion, if we just spend $40 billion a year, everyone in the world can go to school, either in the first world countries, second in world countries, or third world countries. Everyone in the world. So it will be like an universal education. So I was like, oh my god, this is amazing. Why isn't people doing it? And imagine the benefit people will receive from this education, especially the girls. Because leaders around the world talks about, if you educate a girl, you educate the family. But that guy, what he says, that if you educate one girl, from a third world countries, she's more likely to have 3 to 4 less children than compared to uh, uh, compared to for her not having an education. So girl with education will have less children than girl without education. So this way, the world carbon footprint will reduce. The amount of poverty, shelter, food, everything will reduce, because women are being educated. This is really really touch my heart, and I wanted to share with you, to let you know that sending a girl to school, it's gonna impact the family, the society, and the world. It's just not herself, but her next generations, herself, her family, everyone. So I know, and I'm from our third world countries too. I know, I've seen it, that number of girls, thousands of girls in my country, every single day, get married. They don't feel safe to walk in the street. They get raped, they get social abuse. The men in the society, they don't value them, they don't respect them, they don't treat them well. So and I know they think that the women are just for household work, to look after the family, look after the children, and they're just born to take care. They are not born to to go to school, to fulfill their dreams, to fulfill their visions. Nobody asks them what do they want, what is it that that they dream. So this is really like upsetting, heartbreaking, to see that women in the world are being treated bad by the society, by their father, by their brothers. you know um, men are put in the first line in a culture like that. like Pakistan, Bangladesh, India, Afghanistan, Iran, Iraq, all of these countries, they don't treat, not like those countries specifically, but it happens everywhere in the world, but specifically on like those countries like that happens a lot. you know it's just that it's not fair. It's just not fair for those women to be like that. And people might argue, yeah, it's not fair world, blah blah blah. Yes, it is. But there's things we can do there. There's things we can change. you know just to give them. Education is a fundamental right for every human being. It's a right. It's like basic right. So you know I wouldn't be here talking to you today if I didn't have one woman going to my country 2000 in 2005 and putting me through school and secondary higher education, and then eventually university, and now I'm doing my master. So I wouldn't be talking to you today right now over here if I didn't have that woman going to my country helping, because I have come from a charity, through charity, uh, till here. So a woman can do a lot of things if she decides to, if she put her heart and soul into it. And all she need is just that little hand to grab her. It's like, hold her. It's like, oh, you can do this. I'm with you. Just a little support. I had that woman, American Sasau. And this is why I have come this far. I know I'm and I'm gonna go even more further. I'm not married and I'm 23 years old. In my country, it's not normal for, for a woman from, where I come from the society, and from the environment I've come from. It's not normal for a woman to go to school. It's not normal for a woman to, to speak in English even. Like, it's nothing that I have done in my life throughout. It's not normal. Don't know how to explain this, but my family has, none of my parents went to school in their life. You know uh, Life are different over there, compared to Europe, compared to America, Australia, all of this. So I'm not saying that, you should invest $40 billion. Well, I don't have that money. uh, I'm not telling you to invest either, but at least the least you can do around you, if you're a father, if you're a mother or sisters or brother, if you live in third world countries, or if you just, like, turning women, it just not only happen in third world countries but also in first world countries. For instance, in the US, women don't get promoted. They're not given the same, like, they work as much as the man, but they don't get paid as much as the man in their workplace. So this is like gender discriminations. And as for the last 200 years that country exists, and not a single time a woman has run the country as a president. It just only now, in now that we have a that the US has a woman as a vice president, Kamala Harris. So this is already a history. So imagine if a woman has given the right education, right tools, access to love, loved ones. I had few in my life, and this is why I was able to come this far. Imagine how far, how beautiful this world will be if we just do that one simple thing, for everyone. No need to spend money on other stuff, just spend in education. This is like, out of that 10 global problem that the gentleman mentioned, this one of them that stood out so much in my heart, and so well, in terms of personal, and in terms of personal ways too. So this is why I wanted to make this video for you to, to share my thoughts, my feelings towards this, about women empowerment and educations, and and treating them well. And that's it. Thank you so much for watching. Please subscribe to my channel and stay with me, because I will be making a lot more videos on the things I do, on the thing that is important to me, and you know what I think. And then of course, you know, you can share your comments and, you know, share with your friends and families on your social media. You know, of course, it's important that, you know, we make a we do awareness. You know, we tell our loved ones, our people, our community, our society, because it's very important to know, and you know, to know these things, to know what's going on, and you know what we should do, what we shouldn't do, and you know what is good and what is not bad. Of course, no need, you don't have to listen to me what I say, and everything that I say is not, you know, it is not right. I'm, you know, so everybody has their own opinion on, you know, on thinking. So it just me thinking about it, that, you know, imagine how this world will be if that money was invested in education instead of wars, you know, instead of missiles, instead of other thing that doesn't make any differences in the world for good, but it just destroying our world, you know, for worst. You know, that's it. Thank you so much.